Hi, I'm Marc Stevens, author of Adventures in Legaland, a website, of course, marcstevens.net. The live show is the No State Project, of course. We're live every Saturday from 4 to p.m. Eastern Standard Time on LRN.FM. That's the Liberty Radio Network, LRN.FM, and also on truthfrequencyradio.com. And on the last show, this show right here that we're talking about, we had got a call from Scott in Portland, and we got a kind of an update of that. So let's just check this out. Which is always nice. But yeah, Scott in Portland, Oregon. Not Portland, Oregon. I have to correct that. But Scott had called in. Where is Scott's call? Whoa! Down here. We got Scott from Portland, Oregon. He had trial Monday for no registration. And things we talked about to prep for the trial was to constantly hammer away at the lack of evidence and getting over our fear of dealing with these bureaucrats, because you're dealing with psychopaths. So when he went in, let's go. It turns out that he contacted me on Monday and let me know that mysteriously enough, the police officer did not show up, which is kind of a standard thing. Well, 75% of the time we file the motion to dismiss, the police officer doesn't bother to show up. So he was nice enough to get me. Where is it? There it is. He was nice enough to send me the document dismissing it. So we'll see. It's received February. It's actually February 11th. It's not the best, but he took a picture of it, and I appreciate it. I mean, it's evidence. It's still a picture. You know, it's something we can confirm. State of Oregon. So we see it's the Rumford District Court in Rumford. Here's the docket number. I did black that out, and I did take out his last name. Let's see, it's a dismissal, main rules of criminal procedure, Rule 48A, and we come down here, pursuant to Rule 48A, the main rules of criminal procedure, the attorney for the state, which is not the ground, because, well, of course, only lunatics would take their marching orders and work for the ground. Attorney for the state hereby dismisses the complaint against the defendant for the following reasons. Witness unavailable. And I can't make that out, but it says attorney for the state, sign it February 11, 2013. Of course, this will be marginalized, but just because the cop wasn't there, the witness was not available, doesn't mean that there's any merit to the motion. Well, when you put it together with the 75%, because 75% of the time the cop doesn't show up when we send him a copy of the motion, I would say circumstantially, well, why else? He's blowing off a subpoena. He's not showing up in court. If you and I were to do that, we would get a failure to appear. We will be charged with a crime. At the very least, we will be held in contempt of court. So to say that the police officer is just blowing off a subpoena because the motion lacks merit. See, that's right. People tend not to show up in court to defend against meritless motions. Yeah, that's what they do. So if you believe that, that's your prerogative. But a big congratulations to Scott in Portland, Maine, for standing up and defending himself and getting prepared, despite the fear, and going in and standing up for himself, prepared to hammer away at the prosecution's lack of evidence, which, of course, they do not have. And that was what is in the motion. The main part about the motion is that the prosecutor has no evidence whatsoever, and, of course, he's basing this off of the testimony of the cop. No evidence the Constitution and Code apply to Scott, and that there's no witness with personal first-hand knowledge. Because do you really think a police officer has personal first-hand knowledge that the Constitution and Code apply to you? I doubt it. Again, if you have any, so big congratulations to Scott for standing up to these violent psychopaths and putting aside the fear, or acting in spite of the fear and entering into the psychopathic circus there in Maine. If you have any problems or issues with any of the material that I've presented on the radio show or in this video or on the website marcstevens.net, you feel free to call the radio show with any kind of dissent. Just be prepared to bring your evidence. We're live 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time on LRN.FM and truthfrequencyradio.com. Again, my name is Marc Stevens. The website, marcstevens.net.